Yo, my people, them CFC, British Blue, back with another video, and it's match day. Chelsea take on Arsenal today, match day 29 in the Premier League. Kickoff is at 1:30. Join the watch along from 12:30, and you can discuss the team news with us as well as get our reactions as the game goes on. As you can see, to everyone who's already been subscribed for so long, you already know who this is. But
Come
to
on.
everyone who is new, let my bro introduce himself.
Come on, boys. It's Nathaniel. I'm back again. Arsenal fan. Obviously, every time I've been here, my team hasn't lost. So I'm trying to keep that streak going on today. Come on.
Hi, thank you for coming on the channel again,
Anytime,
fam.
my bro.
It's always good to have you on here. And like he said, every time he's been here, his team has not lost. This doesn't mean they've won every single time,
Nah.
but they have never lost. And
Mm-mm.
this is literally the sixth time he's come onto the channel. This has to stop. This has to stop. And you guys need to let us know who do you think is going to win, Arsenal or Chelsea in the London derby? If you
Mm-hmm.
talk about the London derby, it's Chelsea, Arsenal. Can't talk about us about Crystal Palace, West Ham,
The Tottenhams and this.
Tottenham's, none of that. Even though, get me, we've both won Premier Leagues, even though we've won everything and they haven't. But nonetheless,
Couldn't help himself. He couldn't help himself.
But you know what I'm trying to say. But obviously, you guys let us know the score predictions down below. The winners are going to shout in the match review. And yeah, man, just going to go through it in terms of some team news as well as some some match stats and that, head-to-head record, score predictions, and yeah, preferred excited. So you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, turn on notification, bro. But now let's get into it. And the team news for Chelsea, we are going to be without Mark Gu, Nicholas Jackson, as well as Malo Gusto. All three of these guys are going to be missing from this game. But we do have guys like Romeo Lavia, who is in the squad, who is going to be a big help for this team. So that is just team news from the Chelsea perspective. Nathaniel, for your Arsenal team.
Yeah, well,
out?
we've got a couple guys out. Obviously, we've been missing Saka. We've been missing Tomiyasu, who's not been here the whole season, basically. We're missing Kai Havertz, who scored 2 goals the last time at the Emirates against his old club. So I'm sad that that's not going to carry on. What else is gone? We're missing Jesus as well. Yeah, he's out for the season. So a lot of our strike force is gone. But most of our Ben White's back. So that's a good thing. He's back in the team and Martinelli as well. So a bit more on the up, let's say.
Yeah, no, fair enough. You guys, to be fair to you, if you look about talking about team news and whatnot, to know that there's going to be no Bukayo Saka for this game, it's like how many times does he not play against Chelsea? I can't remember the last time that he wasn't involved in an Arsenal squad when it comes to
against
us
Chelsea.
playing
It's true.
against you. So that's a big miss for them, and how it's been for the. I don't know how long he's been out for, but he's been out for
2 months now.
yeah, so a good amount of time he's been out for. And when he went out, you already knew that Arsenal's title hopes were going to be done. But nonetheless, this is just a thing where they have their injuries and we have injuries as well. So we're going to see what's going to happen. But obviously, that's just the team news and such. In terms of like some head-to-head stats for this game, Arsenal have beaten us like 86 times in our history. We have beaten them 66 times.
Nice.
In terms of like, in terms of last 3 games, we drew earlier in the season 1-1 at the Stamford Bridge. Then last season at the Emirates, they beat us 5-0 in a forgettable match.
You needed that one.
Forget that, man.
Go watch that stream if you haven't seen it. It was a lovely stream.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Forget about all of that. You see all the discounts and stuff. Like, that day, yeah, Pochettino is to blame.
Yeah, that was the day. Yeah.
So, but before that, at Stamford Bridge, we drew 2-2. Mudryk going, that you guys know about that.
Crazy.
But yeah, man, that's literally at the last. That's like literally at the last 3 games between us. In terms of like the last 5 games in the Premier League, Arsenal have only lost once, but they've drawn twice as well as won twice. We have lost twice, but won 3 times. So we have better form. They've literally drawn their last 2 games as well, and we've won our last two. So this is a game where we are coming into it with better form.
Mm.
It's just a question of, are we going to capitalize on this? Because in this game, we need to get a win,
Mm.
especially due to the fact that Man City and Brighton both drew
Yeah.
earlier today. And with teams like Newcastle not going to be playing because they're in the Carabao Cup final, like we literally need to capitalize upon this and just go like 4 points clear and 5 points clear respectively of both the other teams. So we have to be Arsenal, something that we have not done in so long. The last time we done it was actually at the Emirates in the 21-22
Was that
season.
the one when Tammy scored? Was it that
No,
game?
no, no, that was before that.
Oh
Remember
no, yeah, the
Lukaku scored?
Lukaku
Yeah,
Reece
Lukaku,
James
Reece
one. Yeah,
James. Come on,
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
didn't know how
No,
that
that was
happened.
an annoying game.
Yeah, true say you might had bad injuries back then, but like
Yeah,
since then, think of the last time we beat in the Premier League.
bro, how
Compare
different the teams now.
how different the teams are and how your expectations have
Change.
changed so much.
Yeah, bro. I think we had Pablo Mari and I think it was Pablo Mari, Mustafi, and centre back that day, and Lukaku was just eating them. It was disgusting. That Lukaku was actually pinning Pablo Mari. That's all he was doing all game, just pinning him, pinning him. I couldn't believe it, bro. It was like it wasn't even close. I remember you lot were talking about you lot going to win the league because
Yeah,
you just bought
so,
Lukaku after winning champs,
yeah.
and we were talking about how can we even get to Europa League? Like it
And
completely
now
shift.
and now look at we're in the Conference League, then the Champions League, their tough challenges and
Mm,
such. Like times change
it really
really.
does, man.
So yeah, man. But that's trying to say we just have to make sure that we get this because now we are a team that's trying to get top four.
Hmm.
You man don't even question top four no more. So like that's why this has to be a must-win game for Chelsea, but it doesn't mean that we'll get it. You
Hmm.
guys have to let us know, who do you think is going to win this game down below. And just to talk about now, just the preferred sides for this game. So my preferred side for this game, I'm going to go with Robert Sanchez in goal due to the fact that I don't think there's any real difference between him and Jorgensen, especially because
Uh,
um Maresca said that he's not going to play Jorgensen in this game anyway. So Sanchez in goal, right back, going to give that to Reece James, of course. Centre backs, going to go with Levi Colwill as well as Wesley Fofana. Left back, Mark Cucurella. CDMs want us to go with um, Romeo Lavia as well as Moises Caicedo. On the left hand side, I want us to go with Christopher Nkunku. On the right hand side, I want us to go with Cole Palmer, Cam, Enzo Fernandez, striker, Pedro Neto. Like this is my preferred side, and people will probably think, oh, why Nkunku on the left? Realistically, people might say Tyree George, but we shouldn't be dependent upon Tyree George in this game, especially with the fact that Arsenal's defense, arguably the best defense in the league. I know Nkunku isn't there, but we can bring on guys like Tyree George. I don't want to play Jadon Sancho because he hasn't really been turning up this season like that
mm-mm.
on a consistent basis. And Cole Palmer on the right hand side maybe can get more freedom down there rather than in the middle where Arsenal's two centre backs will be. So, and we have to play, for me, Enzo, Caicedo, and Lavio. They all have to start together. This doesn't mean it's going to happen, but this is just the 11 that I would put out. And Neto up top, he is the outlet at this point. We don't have much pace, so we need to just use that as much as possible. So that's for me, my preferred side.
Hmm.
What what would be your thoughts and opinions? Do you think it's like a good 11 for Jules for
Um,
Matt?
yeah, as in me personally, I think I get your thought process of Palmer being on the right to try to free him up. He can cut in and he can roam from that position instead of starting in the middle. Um, I think based on what I think the Arsenal team will be, I would have put maybe someone like Neto on the right to trouble Calafiori with pace
Mhm.
because he's not the best one-on-one defender. While Palmer's gonna do everything in front of him. Palmer's not really gonna take him on the outside, that type of
Yeah,
thing.
he's gonna cut
He's
inside.
gonna cut inside more time. So, but I get the thought process behind it, having your strongest midfield out there because Arsenal's midfield is very strong and physical. So you want to try to kind of match that, especially with Enzo, who's not the most physical. He's better this season though.
100%.
Um, but you want to kind of Lavia and Caicedo gives you that kind of rock, that lack at times. So I get the thought process behind that. And then I think most of the team kind of writes itself. Like your defense is not really going to change much, especially when Reece James is healthy. So yeah, as in I get the lineup. It makes sense.
Fair enough. But yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions on my preferred side. Now over to Nathaniel for his
Yeah.
11.
So David Ryan goal, Timber right back, Saliba Gabriel, and then Calafiori at left back, just because of he can give us a bit more unpredictability in the final third, with us lacking in our forward line. Then we're gonna go Party, Rice, and Odegaard in midfield. Then I'll go Trossard, Martinelli up front, and then Ranieri on the right. Obviously, I think Martinelli's not really played up front in the Arteta era. He's hardly really played him there. But with the situation that we're in, and knowing that this is a big game for us as well, as much as it's a must-win for you lot, it's a must-win for us because Chelsea are 6 points behind us. So we lose this game, they're 3 points behind us. Now we're in a different situation. We win this game, we're 9 points ahead, so it's a big 6 point swing. So you don't want, and we kind of haven't won in the last 3 games, so you want to kind of get that rust off coming in the last 10 games of the season. So you got to make sure that we're patterned. So I think try something different. Our midfield and defense are set, so we need to figure out something that's going to work with our forward line. Because Havertz, Jesus, these men aren't coming back this year. Saka coming back, but he's going to come back maybe last 6, 7 games of the season, maybe. So yeah, I think going Martinelli up front, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, he has a good day.
No, fair enough. And that is a good 11 anyway. Like, just a thing where it's like, what is going to happen? Is your 11, in terms of like your attack, going to going to do well against our defense? Because we can't keep clean sheets.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like our kryptonite. Our
Mm-hmm.
defense has, like, it's not as bad as last season, where it was our worst defense in Premier League history, but it's like, we still can't keep clean sheets. Will you guys be able to capitalize? Because you guys haven't really been scoring too many goals recently, especially in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we know that for me to set up in the low block kind of thing, allow you guys to have more possession and then hit you on the counter attack, that would
Yeah,
be better for us because we are better on the transition. Whereas you guys, yeah, because you guys' defense is one of the best in the Premier League.
yeah,
So we have to see what's going to give. Is their attack going to do better than our defense? We have to just wait and see. But yeah, man, you guys let us know your thoughts and opinions down below. And now, preferred exercise for this game. Now it's time for our score predictions for this match. The score prediction for this game is going to be a 2-1 Chelsea win. Can never predict a clean sheet with this team,
mm,
and especially against Arsenal at the Emirates. But if we can get a win or even get a point, then that's a good result for us because we are literally just trying to get Champions League football at this point. So,
mm.
what's your score
Two
prediction for the
goals.
game?
I think I'm going for 2 goals as well, just from the Arsenal side, 2-0 instead. I think we can definitely keep a clean sheet today. Chelsea lacking their strongest players as well going forward. And I think we just have different ways we can trouble them. And Chelsea, as he said, they don't keep clean sheets. And they're definitely not going to get away at the Emirates. If they did that, then fair enough. You have to hold your hands up. We've been crap. Because them man leak
Bro,
goals.
if
So,
you man can't score against us at home, it's
bro,
long.
it's long,
You
man.
man gonna get you man's fans gonna be on you man even more than what they are already.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think they'll come through. The boys will come through today. 2-0.
Also, your thoughts and opinions. Obviously, there's people out there that'll be saying that I'll tear out and stuff like this.
Yeah.
Do you think that regardless of the result, what happens this season, unless like if you man don't win anything, do you think that you should get sacked?
No, Arteta shouldn't get sacked. I think a lot of people see the Arsenal development very weirdly because of the first season that we bottled the league title. We weren't even supposed to be in that race. That was ahead of the project. So in my head, Arteta last season and this season is the first 2 seasons where we've had expectations of like, yeah, we're going to win the league. Last season, I don't see that as a failure. Yeah, 89 points. It's like the second most in our history. So I can't see that as a bad season. This season has been unfortunate. We haven't been as well, but a lot of the injuries, we lost a lot of our key players for significant periods of time. So I wouldn't be saying Arteta out. And the third point, even if we were to sack him, who do we take out? Who do we bring in? Like, if we want to win the league, you're not going to sack Arteta and then bring in someone like the manager from Bournemouth or
Mm-hmm.
bringing Nuno from Nottingham Forest. It's like they all have the same thing, which is that they don't know how to win the Premier League yet. And there's no manager out there that's like, unless you're gonna bring in Jurgen Klopp, you know what I mean? Like,
you have Arne Slot for Liverpool, who's coming his first season.
season and done it, yeah. So but for me, it's like, what's the like taking the risk on another guy that we don't know when we have someone that we know can at least get us to this point where he can title challenge, just back him a bit more and see what happens, innit? But at this moment in time, I don't see any reason to sack Arteta personally. I think there's things he can adjust, but he's not in the sackable. He shouldn't be feared for his job at all. At all.
Fair enough.
I remember the dark days.
No.
As you said about the channel, from the channel, those games. If you go watch the match preview for the the one that we won when we won 4-2.
Like you was dreading that.
Bro, I think Ketia coming up front. Well, I was thinking, oh yeah, it could be long. We had lost 3 games in a row. I was thinking, yeah, it's sticky. I remember those days.
So
it's different, man.
You have to just, obviously, as you say, just trust the process. For me, from a Chelsea perspective, I would just say it's just this season would probably be the bad season since you guys have been in there, because you ain't gonna win anything, and
yeah,
you won something with your worst team ever. So it's just a thing for me. Is like if you were to replace him, who would you replace him with? And just from a Chelsea perspective, it would just be better for us for you lot to sack him, so that it's even harder for you. So like, if I ever say Arteta out on that, it's just from the fact that you just make Arsenal a whole lot worse.
Exactly.
But if this time next year you're in the same boat, then you have to just wait and see for that. But obviously, I don't think they're gonna win. You guys are gonna win the Premier League. The only thing you have is the Champions League, but that's still at least a possibility. So,
yeah, exactly.
So we have to just wait and see. But yeah, you guys, that is gonna be that. My bro, you guys let me know your score predictions down below in the comments.
Come on.
My bro, Nathaniel, thank you for coming on the channel. Every single time. Every time, and hopefully the next time we see you after the watch along and the review, that Chelsea are finally beating these lot, and I can finally say Chelsea are beating Arsenal on my stream, because this guy still is undefeated.
Holding that one over.
Forget that, man.
Holding that one over.
But you guys, make sure to check out the watch along. Make sure to check out the match review. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below, and we will see you guys later. In a bit, my people. Love, and as always, come on Chelsea, come on Chelsea.